everyone, this is Pegasus177 and you are watching How to Be a Modern Warfare 3 Ninja. Hopefully last week's map spots helped you out. This week we're moving on to the next 4 maps. I'm sorry now this video is a bit rushed. If you want to pause it at any stage, please feel free to do so. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So let's get going. Okay guys, let's kick this off with Sanctuary. Sanctuary is a nice map with lots of green and you are able to get a good ninja diffuses here, but it doesn't come up too often. Now for the B-bomb, I normally lay attack insert back there. I will come right up here into the corner, and the reason that you lay the attack insert back there is in case anybody flanks around. When you hear the attack insert has been destroyed, you can move back to this corner and pull off a statue man. Shadow is going to be my model for today and he's going to show off. See, it gives you great cover and you're not very noticeable. Another option is to come right up here, climb up the wall and get on top of these barrels and just pull off a statue man. You cannot see the bomb, but it gives you a good line of sight around the map. You can lie into these pot plants here where Shadow is, and this gives you a great bit of cover. You can also lie here in the flower bed if you can see him, and also on this one over on the far side, and this one right here. And they all give you great cover if you have a ghillie suit. You can pull off a bush right there where Shadow is next to the pillar. As you can see, you can't really see him when you come into the map. You can pull off a statue man in these fern bushes and it actually gives you great concealment because of the plants up on top. Okay, for the A-bomb I normally come into this flower bed here and I will lie down and YY. All of this area really, any of the flower beds are fairly effective for pulling off ninja diffuses. As you can see, Shadow is in this flower bed right here, but he's not very noticeable at all. It's very hard to see him and you can get away with a lot on this map. You can also drop here into the ravine and you can walk into these bushes and pull off a statue man again with a ghillie suit. And if you're very adventurous, you can walk up the wall along this ridge and get on top of the roof, and this gives you a good line of sight down on top of the bomb. Unfortunately, it's a good distance away. You can also move further along the roof. If anywhere, I'd go right there where Shadow is, where the tree gives you a bit of concealment. And you can go on either of these 2 wooden poles. There's Shadow on the other one across the way, and most people will run under you here. If you want to go right off that wall instead of left, you can actually move right along that little ridge, and you can get right up there in the corner to pull off a statue man where Shadow is, and this is great as well. Okay, for foundation, I normally rush for the A-bomb. I'll get right in here, climb up on this fence, and I get right into this little gap behind the post. This is great because it gives you a line of sight to both the A and the B-bomb. You can also go up over the B-bomb, up over the A-bomb on top of this tankard. This gives you good concealment, but the only thing, as Shadow pointed out to me, be careful that if your enemy turns down, that you can actually see your shadow on the ground with the sunlight, so be very careful of that. You can go back in here in the corner against the step, and you can go over here behind this red metal container. A good one that Shadow showed me is right here into the corner with a raid shield. This gives you great concealment also. My very first ninja defuse on this map I got by lying down underneath this sand drop, and it can be effective. Okay, for the B-bomb I would normally take a raid shield, but you don't have to. And I come right over here past the bomb and I lay down against the wall and pull off my holding equipment turtle. This is pretty effective here. You can also lay down on the inside of the truck, but it's got a big risk. And a very nice spot that myself and Shadow found while making this video is up here on this little gap. You can climb up on top of the boxes, and as you can see, you can drop down levels and gives you good concealment. Okay, for Oasis. Oasis is kind of a hard map to do a ninja defuse on, but it is possible like all the maps. First of all, Shadow threw a smoke in below and that allowed him to get into position. If you can see him right there, he's pulling off his statue man. You can also go behind this wall here, and one that I like is right in here. I've seen this run by Reclaw Boys and I featured it in one of my videos. If you want, you can pull off a statue man, but make sure you face the wall because your gun points out if you go the other way. You can go into that little fountain down there and the water comes up over half of your body. For the A-bomb, there's not too many spots. You can pull off a bush inside in the plants. There you can see Shadows inside in that, and it gives them a good bit of concealment. And you can also go to the other side of the bomb and do the same thing. You can go right in here. There's a little bit of an invisible floor on that pillar, and this gives you good concealment, especially from people who run down from that sniper spot. You can go on the bench also. This gives you a little less concealment, but it is also pretty effective. And if you want to stop just short of your spawn, you can actually go right in here. See the little jerked out piece of wall, just lie in beside it, YY, and again, because your head tilts back to the right, this gives you a good bit of cover. The bomb is only on the other side of the wall, so you'll more than likely be able to hear if anybody tries to plant. And as Shadow will show you here now, you can actually pull off a statue man on top of the box also. Okay, this is terminal. For terminal on the A bomb, I would normally rush in here up the steps, and I jump across to this little window. I bust the window and I stand on the outside ledge. This is great because it gives you a line of sight down on top of the bomb, and you also get a line of sight across to the B bomb. You can see in the door with your sniper rifle also if anybody tries to plant. You can go right in here into the corner also where Shadow is. This is pretty effective as the couch gives you cover from anybody who comes in the door on the right. You can go behind this pot plant. You can go behind that pot plant and do a statue man. You can lie down anywhere here in this little flower pile. If you saw my group defuse, there were 6 of us lying in here and none of us were seen. You can lie down in these suitcases down front. Make sure that your head is inside one of the suitcases. You can go right back into the corner here where Shadow is, and you can go lie down at this side of the couch. This gives you a good line of sight to the bomb, but leaves you exposed to the right. Another thing I like to do is stay down here to the left of the escalator stairs. I throw smoke up whenever I hear the bomb being planted. Now for the B bomb, I normally take a riot shield, but you can take a ghillie suit also. You can see where Shadow is right there behind the seats. They give you good cover. You can also go back here behind this partition wall. For a riot shield, I would normally go down between the seats, and this is a pretty effective spot. As you can see here, when I'm looking down through the plane, you cannot see Shadow. And that's it for these 4 maps. If you have any more questions on them, you can please feel free to ask me. And I'm sorry the video is rushed. Please like us and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace. Guys, we have started a Facebook page. The URL is MW3 the dojo. If you want, you can follow the link in the description or on my page, and please give us a like. You can also follow me on Twitter at Pegasus177. Thanks.